Hello and welcome to my third video about the FM3 bifractal audio. In this video I want to show you how you can expand the FM3 with additional switches. In this case I am using a switch by Utter Custom Design, which I will link in the description, which is made to look almost exactly like the FM3. So it fits on your board just perfectly. I have two of them. But since I'm using an expression pedal with the FM3 and you only have two jacks left for expression pedal and switches, I can only use two switches. If you don't use an expression pedal, you can use two of those. So you in all you have four switches. Okay, it's a little complicated. Not so complicated is how to set up those switches. So I will show you in Xedit. No, not Xedit. FM3 Edit it's called. It's something I almost forgot to mention. Of course, you can connect an FC6 or an FC12 to your FM3 floor unit. And this is very easily done by connecting it via the FRS link here on the back and on the back of the foot controller. As you can see, you don't need a power supply. The FC6 or FC12 will be powered by the FM3, no problem at all. And it works flawlessly with presets. You see here, presets, scenes, and still working on the FM3 as well. Whoops. So that's something I almost forgot to mention, but as it is so easy, now you can see it, FC6 or FC12, and you can configure that in the editor very easily. Okay. I have here my demo preset and I go to FC controllers. There you see that actually 12 switches are shown, which of them nine are grayed out. 9 switches are grayed out. That's because it's a simulated, a virtual FC12. And you have just buttons 1 to 3 on your device from the FM12. But virtually you can configure all those knobs, all those switches, you can configure them. And with the special view function, you can also use them. On my first video about the FM3, I used the view on the middle button with the hold function. So I could switch between view 1, which is this, and view 2, which is this. So I had my scenes and I had effects on off, tap, tempo, and tuner on the other view. I could have also stepped through all those with the function, but if you want to go back to scenes, you have to step 5 times. So no, I didn't do this. Now we will use the additional switch to switch between the views. And I will show you how that will happen. Okay, therefore we go to master layout, because I always use for the Standin switches the master layout, which I don't know if that's common practice, but I saw it somewhere and I thought it logical. Because maybe you want to use all your switches in all your layouts and then you only have the master layout, which you normally don't use that often. And those were empty, those 3, and I configured those 2 switches, which are switch 11 and switch 12, to switch the views. Oh, a lot of switch saying this in this video. Okay. That's totally easy to do. You just choose category, you choose view, and then you choose function increase, decrease, +1, wrap. And then you can choose a lower limit and upper limit. Maybe you just need 3 views, then you choose 3, and so on. Okay, and here it's minus and here it's plus. That's what I configured. So now you have to additionally configure something in the device, in the FM3, which you cannot do in the software. And that's what I'm going to do right now. So watch me. I'm here on the device. Oh, it's a little. You go to Setup, FC Controllers, and then you navigate to Standin. in switches. I already configured it, but I show you how it works. You choose here FM3 switch 1 tip, FM3 switch 1 ring, which is this one. It's on the upper jack. If you have it on the lower jack, you have to use those two. But now I have those two. And you choose from the layout, you choose master layout, right? On both of them, master layout. And here on switch, you choose 11 for the first one and 12 for the second one. That's it. Exit here. So on the display, you can see my demo preset, which I showed in the first video. Right? And now look what happens if I press the switch. I'm going through all those views and I can use all the buttons of the virtual FC12. Great, isn't it? So I can program anything on them. Here on my first view, I have my scenes, 8 scenes. I could also use now the switch where I have the views configured. I could also switch them, use this switch now to do something else, maybe put on a boost or something. Let me switch to my layout here because I was already still in the master layout. Now you can see it the right way. You see here, view 1 are my scenes. Then view 2 are my FX on-off. And here on view 3, I have configured a looper, which is very easy to do. You just press the button and you choose category looper and you choose the according switch. Here I have undo erase, here I have record, and here I have play. Okay, now since I am here and the displays are showing exactly what I want to do, let's record a loop. Now I can improvise to it. I could now also use the lead sound by switching back to my scenes and using the lead sound. And I could use the wah-wah. Oh no, I deleted the wah-wah, sorry. Quiet. Switch back to the looper, stop, erase. So I just used the additional switch to switch between the views. But you can configure this switch to anything. You just go to the buttons you used here and you can use anything. You can do tap tempo, you can do tuner activate, you can increase the volume of the preset and save, which is a utility function. You can use all of those. There's just one limitation. What you configure this switch will stay with every layout the same. So it will not change with layout 1, layout 2, layout 3. It will always stay this function, which is very convenient for using views because you could still use all the layouts. So you could use 4 views per layout and like have a virtual FC12 at your disposal. Is having 12 real switches better? Of course it is better. But also the FC12 is much bigger. I mean, not bigger than all of this, just a little bit. But then you don't have the FM3 and you have to carry an FM3 additionally, or the XFX3, which will have much more weight. So the FM3, in my opinion, is the perfect fly rig because you can come by with a little thought and with a little practice with 3 switches. And if you add one of those, then anyway. So those are my thoughts on the FM3. and this was my little tutorial for stand-in switches. I can highly recommend those Otter custom design switches. I have 2 of them. Used them with my FC6 as well to make it an FC8. And yeah, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you liked it even more, maybe subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, comments, then leave them below for me to see. I hope you liked the videos and see you next time. Bye.